you are a young hustler and an entrepreneur who went and defied odds in a very saturated Indian society which focuses on degrees and graduations and doing MPhil and masters and whatnot. You defied all of that and you carved your own way, and you said, you know what, I'm going to go study culinary arts and I'm going to start something of my own. Can you please share your amazing story with us?
Okay, so it's actually a very Bollywood kind of story more than anything. Because I come from a Marwadi family, and for us, like, business is mostly everything, right? So my dad was like pretty adamant that I do accounts and I do commerce. He has been the most supportive throughout this entire journey because obviously, this industry has a lot of ups and downs. Luckily, I've seen it started when I was 7 years old. I knew I wanted to become a chef, and my mom was on my side, and she always pushed me. In fact, she is the reason I am here today. So I knew chef, and my dad really didn't think it was a profession. And to be very honest, I agree. Like, at that time, 11 years ago, it wasn't a profession.
Wow.
So yeah, to agree and say that later, to say that yes, okay, I had joined St. Xavier's, and I was in Xavier's for 3 months when I told that if you don't take me out properly, I'm going to get expelled. And I will No, I didn't only say that. In fact, I made sure I got suspended twice.
My God, yes.
This, like, if you continue this, if you don't give me permission to go and I will get expelled. And he, being a part of the alumni and everything, he was like, okay, fine, you go. And basically he agreed to it, and he was like, yeah, okay, fine, just go. So then I went to Paris and I learned a lot. And then I came back, I worked in Paris, I came back, I worked here in Hyatt and Paris Cafe.
Wow, this sounds like a wonderful story, and you're right, it sounds very Bollywood-esque. What is the importance of a support system in an entrepreneur's journey?
I feel like, firstly, I'm very blessed, as in my mom, to start with, has been so supportive of me and my career. And in fact, even with my Instagram, journey, she's the one who has motivated me to do this and stuff. And I feel like it's very important for at least one person to take your side, because you don't think that whatever I have in your life is like a stupid one. If at least one person is there backing you up, you're like, okay, fine, I'm not doing a completely stupid thing or completely idiotic thing. And then I feel like you do start doing it, you yourself understand the worth of it, and you understand the worth of you. And then when you understand what you are worth, I feel like your family starts to understand and be supportive of that. And it's family, they will be supportive anyway,
So would you say that self-love and self-belief was one of the foundation of your journey?
I was always very, very confident. I knew that I'm going to do well. I knew that this is what I wanted to do. And I knew that no matter what happens, this is all I'm going to be doing. I am going to cook. I am going to be a chef. And that's about it.
Why Paris Cafe? What is Paris Cafe all about? For people who have not had a taste of your cafe, how would you want them to imagine your cafe to be like?
Paris Cafe has been a part of me, and Paris Cafe because obviously I studied in Paris, and also the name because it's very easy to remember and people won't forget. And here in Calcutta, the tradition is to send your drivers to get something, okay? Just like Paris Cafe jaake le aao, whatever, kahin pe bhi jaake le aao and stuff. So it's like that, and I feel like if your drivers can pronounce the name and remember it, like, that's how it works. At least in my family, if I tell my driver, I'm like, driver ji, I want to eat, meko pizza khana, he knows exactly where he wants to take me, So I feel like that is the whole, point of having the name, especially. But Paris Cafe has been a little part of me, and I've kept it very close to my heart. It looks like you've entered Champs-Elysees or a part of Paris when you enter. In fact, when you enter, you hear the staff saying bonjour, and you hear them saying, so like when we try and have the names very French and stuff. But that's about all I can do to, like bring in the Paris charm sort of thing.
Yeah. That sounds very cute. That sounds so nice. If I was not in Delhi, I would have definitely wanted to visit there. Did you have a picture of your cafe in your mind from the beginning, or was it a gradual journey?
I always had a picture of everything I wanted to do in my life. I know it's really funny, but in fact, my mom has this picture of me wearing a chef hat and running around in every hotel I went to when I was a kid.
Cute.
I used to have a dream journal of sorts, and I always put up pictures of how I wanted my cafe to look like, and it's completely the same.
Wow. Do you believe in the law of attraction? Whatever you...
Oh my God, yes. I only believe in the law of attraction.
Wow, that's amazing. So with lockdown in place and businesses struggling, how has Paris Cafe adapted to this new way of life? Because crisis calls for innovation. How have you been innovating?
I think my Instagram journey is an innovation because I never thought, when I don't even know how to explain this. Like, I'm so blessed. I started with 5,000 followers when I started my Instagram. This whole lockdown period, in 3 months, I have 40,000 followers, and it's like,
wow,
it is a total dream come true. I feel like this is what I did in my terms because I didn't have anything else to do, and I can't sit at home, and I can't sit. So I used to fight with my mother every day. She's like, every day you're doing something in the kitchen. Why can't you just shut up? And then when she saw that, people are calling her up and like, oh my God, I made this recipe, turned out so good and stuff. And she was like, okay, yeah, I mean, people are really trying it out. Then you should continue. So this is what I did. And then luckily in Calcutta, they started opening up restaurants and cafes and stuff, like bakery special. So it was easier for me to start my cafe again. But obviously, had to go through some phases as well. Like, I had to shut down one of my outlets, which is fine, and I get it. And we will open very, very soon again.
What is one of the lessons that you have learned during this journey?
I genuinely feel like whatever happens for a reason, happens for the best. Maybe this was like supposed to happen for me, and everything happened so smoothly, as in, my staff was in a good position. They all got jobs, and everyone was very happy with whatever they're doing at the moment. And, and that was, everything just happened so smoothly. When I went to my landlord and I was like, I don't know if I can run it because my cafe is in a, office area, and it won't work because offices are all closed and no one is everyone is working from home. They were all very understanding, and it happened like magic for me. So I felt really blessed more than anything else.
Wow. What is next for Paris Cafe?
That's a really great question. At the moment for Paris Cafe, there is no next because I can't really do anything at the moment except just adjust to what is happening right now. We're trying to do our with everything possible, because now there are so many restrictions. There are so many things that you have to follow. I feel like Paris Cafe is doing the best that we can. I'm not thinking of what is going to be happening next or not, but I'm very happy with wherever we are at right now, genuinely.
I read that in one of your interviews, you were very vocal for local. You said that supporting local businesses and local areas is what you have been doing. So how does Paris Cafe incorporate the local of Kolkata into their, mind I say, jazzy demeanor?
Even though we can get branded products and stuff in terms of say our packaging or because packaging is a huge part of what we do. And I genuinely like to support like people who are doing something new. And I just want to add, I see so many young women who are coming into this field and they are to do something new and wanting to like help out in so many ways, which I find amazing, and I like to support them more than anything. In fact, so a lot of people, a lot of chefs are like, okay, we don't share recipes and we don't do this. So I feel like I started Lay Studios so that home bakers could do better and excel in what they do, because obviously they're doing a great job. They have a business. They're running from home, which is fantastic. And I started the studio so that I could teach them what I already know, even though I have a cafe and I sell the same things, but I want to support people. I mean, that's how you grow, right? That's how your business grows.
Definitely. Giving back to the community.
Absolutely.
So what was the idea behind coming out with FitMeals?
I was training at my gym because I'm a huge gym freak, and I was training, and one of my closest friends who is a fitness expert, and he just came up to me and he's like, listen, try this, it's so healthy. And I'm like, so I work out so that I can eat whatever I want to eat. Okay. Any of this, please? He's like, no, just try it, it's so good and it's so healthy for you, it's only 200 calories, this, that. And I was like, no, I don't want to try it, please. And then I tried it. Eventually I had to give in to him. Pretty good. And then he's like, can you make this for me? And I was like, yeah, of course I can make it for you, it's super easy. So then I went back to my kitchen and I made it, and he was like, oh my god, this is fantastic, like, listen, you should start your own brand. I was like, no, I'm not interested in doing anything that is fit or whatever. I mean, I feel like all my food is healthy and I do a good job cooking all of this. And he's like, no, you do a great job cooking healthy food as well. So then I was like, okay, he used to call me every single day and he's like, are you doing it? And I was like, okay, fine. So that's how FitMeals started.
If not the cafe, did you have any plan B?
No, I always knew it was the cafe. The cafe only. I always have plan A. That's it. And it has to.
Okay. You were 19 when you started this venture. You had to work with people who were obviously way more experienced than you in the setup. How did you deal with that? Because people have a tendency to not take the younger generation seriously.
So genuinely, like, truth be told, I left it to my mother, because earlier I was like, I couldn't say anything, like, okay, fine, you want, sort of thing. And my mom was obviously much better than that. So, she used to help me out, like, in the beginning of when we first started. She used to come with me to the kitchen because it was obviously difficult. They were double my age or even more. And then she used to like come in and she was like, okay, no, you have to do whatever she said. And then, like, I had a good rapport with my staff. And I feel like later they just like easily listened to me. And that's how done. I feel like it was very simple for me to reach where I've reached, and I easily got my work done from everyone. And I always my mom the bad person. I always used to jump in as the good person, which really helped.
Okay, so you were the good cop and Mama Sinki saved the day.
I always make my mom do the dirty work for me, or my sister. And I come out as like a nice and sweet little person, which I enjoy.
Where do you see yourself prospering in the coming years? You, your cafe, and the future ventures.
I genuinely see myself as, taking my videos and stuff to another level now, because it's doing really well, and I feel like that is the future for me at the moment, more than my cafes and things, So much easier because I don't really have to do much. I'm giving out, I'm just like sharing things I already know and have knowledge about. Lay Studio as a brand will be doing more workshops and classes and stuff online, because this has become such a huge thing, right? Rather than people coming into your studio and then you teaching them one-on-one. I mean, I still one-on-one sessions on Zoom, which is so like amazing and so easy more than anything else. Delivery has become the new thing in India now. And I feel like, having that experience what you get at Paris Cafe, people are happier with it at home, enjoying it with like more people, and at the moment we can't really do that because of the pandemic. So that's where I see myself.